Ladies and gentlemen, everybody says that their bride was the most beautiful bride. Well, they are wrong. Mine was. So I win. I am David Johnson and I will be your host for SA Weddings Bride of the Year 2019 virtual competition. Yes, we are virtual this year due to the disruptions caused by lockdown and the COVID-19. And our thoughts are with those essential services on the front line. Typically, the live event has around 500 guests. This way, so many more people can share in the event wherever they are in the world. With social distancing being the new norm, it was a lot of fun interviewing our 12 finalists in the comfort of their homes. Some got too comfortable and did their interviews without pants. Some were very creative and recreated their wedding setting in the backyard. And I got to meet some well-dressed pets too. Nevertheless, it was great seeing the love and dynamics of these couples in their natural habitat. Regardless of the hurdles the SA Weddings team had to face in these unprecedented times, they were persistent and adamant to make sure the show must go on. Ladies and gentlemen, and cats and dogs, and whoever else is in the room with you, welcome to Bride of the Year virtual competition. Judging is an extremely difficult task. Fortunately, the judges this year have had more material than ever to work with. The bride submitted a live video introduction of themselves. Judges have had access to the wedding profiles on SA Wedding social pages, and they had access to the interview I conducted with the couples. So the judges this year have had a lot to deliberate over. And without further ado, please meet our judges. Graham Richards, Bianca Lagrange, Mario Ademoglu, and Lily Woolman. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to the wonderful person who has made all of this possible. Director and owner of SA Wedding, Catherine Ballantyne.
David, thank you for introducing me, and thank you so much for helping me put this virtual competition together. It's definitely a first for SA Weddings and for many people in the world right now with these uncertain times and this crazy situation of COVID-19. But you really have been amazing with helping us interview the top 12. You've really helped us get to know them better, and I think it's been a very memorable event for all of us. I would just like to say congratulations to our top 12, and you're all winners. You managed to all get to the top of your months, and in our eyes, wow, you winners. And it's been very difficult, well, it is going to be very difficult for our judges to decide on a top 3. And I would also just like to thank them for having to do this for us. A big thank you to Graham Richards, Bianca Lagrange, Mario from Mario's Hair Company, and Lily from Gilt Edge Travel. I'm very glad that I do not have to be faced with this difficult decision, as our top 12 are an amazing bunch of finalists. A big thank you to all of our prize sponsors. Our top 12 and judges have a wonderful surprise coming their way. I must say I've really enjoyed looking at their profiles on SA Weddings, their videos they made for us, and we've sent those to the judges. And then David, your interviews were absolutely incredible. You spent an amazing amount of time with each couple, bringing out the best in everyone. And wow, I can't thank you enough from me and my team, and you really helped us pull this together. Then there's one person here that's really pulled this entire video together, and that is Josh from Bespoke Creations. Josh, you've been incredible from the first phone call through to the last. Everything has just been easy when I thought it's been a big mountain. You've said, no problem, we can do it. And I just can't thank you enough. The last thank you goes to my team, and without my amazing SA Weddings team, Beatha, Danielle and Chanel, I couldn't have done any of this without you. You've supported me and the brides all the way through, and just a very, very big thank you and good luck to the winners of Bride of the Year 2019. Over to you, David.
Thank you, Catherine. And now it's time for you to meet our 12 finalists. They are such a lovely group of people, all unique, some more unique than others, but it is clear that every couple cares deeply for their partners. It is really exciting to see couples at the start of their journey together. So much experiences to be had, all the ups and downs that life will throw at them. But a burden shared is a burden halved. It's time to meet our beautiful brides. Who had their perfect day? Whose mother forgot their wedding bands? And what did they learn about their partners during lockdown? Do they wake up grumpy or do they let him sleep? Ladies and gentlemen, here are your finalists, January through to December. Who said I love you first, and can you remember where it was?
This one we will always argue about, because I say he said it first and he will say that I said it first. So I will stick to my story and I will say that I said it first. It was on the 10th, I think, when you asked me out, hey babe? Yeah. At my parents' house. Well, I was obviously still staying there. Mm-hmm. And we were just sort of chilled on the couch. And now keeping in mind, the 10th of Jan was quite soon after we met at the end of the previous year. So, I mean, yeah. It wasn't even a full month. And yeah, we were chilled on the couch. Just, I think it was...
we had come back, we had gone out and we had just come back home.
Mm-hmm. We were super chilled on the couch, and I just remember looking into his eyes and just urging him to say it first, and then he did. But he will tell you that I said it first. So
okay, Mike. Mike, let's get the truth. You tell us the truth, Mike. You tell us the truth.
I'm a very honest person. Let's just put that straight.
No, this is a guy's thing. This is a guy's thing. This is completely guys.
No. I remember quite clearly. She said it first. Definitely said it first.
Mike, when did you know that Jessica was the one?
Well, when we met in the beginning of December, and we've spent New Year's together. And that New Year's Eve, that was like ticked all the boxes. Then I knew. I just knew.
Yeah. It was like what did you do? Did you do something specific?
Well, with Jessica, you know, I mean, she's gorgeous, but I fell in love with her inner beauty. With her heart. She's got a heart of gold, and that's what, you know, that night I could just see that reflection coming out of her eyes from the inner, and that's what yeah. I mean, even today when I just look into her eyes, I can just see that inner beauty, and it still gives me butterflies. What's
a quality that you were looking for in a man before you got married? If you said, one day when I get married, this must be one of the qualities my future husband must have.
Absolutely a man of God, first of all. Someone who is as strong in their faith as I am. Someone who is kind-hearted.
I'm going to ask Mike this next question first, because he's the naughty one, I suppose. When I look at him. Mike, what do you love most about Jessica?
Oh, there's quite a lot of things, but the most, like I said already in the beginning, is her heart. She's got a heart of gold. And that shines from it shines from the inside out. And I mean, if you just sit with Jessica and you stare into her eyes, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but you'll see. Yeah.
Is there anything you guys would like to say to the judges? They're going to be watching these videos. Messages from you guys.
So thank you so much for just giving us this opportunity to really tune into each other again. I think that for me has just been outstanding. And yeah, this is an amazing event, and yeah, two of us are just really blessed to be here. So thank you so much.
blessed and grateful. Thank you for the opportunity.
Renier, when did you know that Eileen was the one?
The night that we met.
Yeah? So love at first sight?
I was working night shift,
Mm-hmm.
and I did my normal pub, not gruelling, pub patrol to see everything go smooth, and was in the bar, and I got a slap on the bum. And when I turned around, I told her, if you do it again, it's gonna happen, and it happened.
Eileen, what happened?
Well, I was, when he walked in there with his police uniform, I couldn't resist it. I was like, my family always turned around and said to me, one day they can see me getting married to a man in uniform.
How did he propose to you?
On Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
he was working night shift the night when he proposed. And on Christmas Eve, we came off duty for a couple of minutes, for an hour or so on Christmas Eve, and then we went down to his knees and he asked me to marry him. But he first asked my dad, and then I think that was the most difficult of the whole lot. I was asking my dad first.
So describe the moment to me. He gets home.
He was working night shift the night, and he came home just for an hour or two. It was something he was planning already, which I didn't know about. And came home and I asked, what you doing at home? He says, no, I just popped in quickly for some chow. I think there was still something to eat. He said, you're going to come home something quickly. And the next minute he went down in front of the family on his knees and he asked, can you marry me? Can you marry me? I said, yes.
And what was your feeling at that moment?
Well, it was excitement. It was, I would say it was true love at that moment. That's when everything just fell into place for us. Yeah, it was. You can't really explain a moment like that because it was so special.
Yeah. Who is the first one to say, I'm sorry?
Renier. Definitely Renier.
You have to say sorry a lot, Renier.
No, I only say sorry when I'm wrong.
Oh. And Eileen, does she say sorry?
I would
Was
say
she
in the
never wrong?
beginning. No, in the beginning it was the story never came out. Rather silence. But it's definitely changed now.
Yeah. What is one thing you learned about Eileen during lockdown, which you didn't know about her before?
She can finish a 2-liter wine in one night.
Everything about Renier before the lockdown. There wasn't really much that I didn't know about him. It's, like I said, we've got a very open relationship. We share everything. So, well, I've taught him to be a handyman, though. Eh? That's one thing I have to do.
Eileen and Renier, is there anything you guys would like to say to the judges, to who's going to watch this, before we announce the winners? Is there anything you'd like to say?
Just like to say thank everybody and for this opportunity. And it's going to be such an honor meeting you all, even though we're not meeting live.
Yeah.
It's such an honor to meet everybody, even if it's video calling. It's a very big honor for us. And well, we're hoping we can go on our second honeymoon. So, and a decent one honeymoon. So we're hoping that it could be us in between.
But the sounds of it, you guys.
Very excited.
You guys work very hard, and well done for getting this far in the competition. You said you met at Luke's apartment, Zane, right?
That you wanted to know.
I would love to know what. Please tell me how you guys met, and because it's obviously a bit of a story. Yes, I'm all ears.
It's a bit of a story. I will tell the story to you.
Okay.
So I met him through one of my friends, and she said to me the one night, man, let's go out for a glass of wine. And I said to her, fine, let's go. And then she's like, no, I just want to quickly pop into one of my friends' houses. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I was single at the time. And when I walked in there, he came down the stairs and he looked at me and he like he put his hand out and he wanted to shake my hand. He was like, hi, I'm Luke. I'm like, hi, I'm Zane. Nice to meet you. And I turned around and I walked away. And we left it there. And about an hour later, we said, no, we're going to go out to have a couple of drinks somewhere. And we ended up at Ball Breakers in Four Ways. And we were playing a game of pool and everything was fine. And he looked at me again and he turned around and he said to me, you're mine. And I looked at him and I said to him, in your dreams, China. And then I turned around and walked away. And so it was definitely not love at first sight.
So Zanai, I want to hear from you. I want to know from you. How did you know he was the one?
You know what? I look at guys differently. Yes, looks does count a part in my life, but I look at their hearts. And when I met him the first night, I was like, no, he's a party animal. Like, that's not the kind of person I want. And I didn't know that he was Afrikaans either. When I started to get to know him, I figured out that he was actually a Boersian, full-on Afrikaans. And I started looking deeper. And it took me about 6 months to realize that this is the man I want to marry one day. And his heart is so pure. You know, he's such a gentleman, and you don't find those kind of guys anymore.
I want to ask you quickly. How much input did you have, Luke, into the wedding?
To be straightforward and honest with you, the wedding was done by both of us. I said to my wife, Zane, and like I said to a lot of my friends as well, marriage is not just marriage. Marriage is your 9 to 5. It's your 8 to 5. Every morning when you get up, you have to treat your marriage like your work. You have to get up, have that drive to do what you want to do. And to take that away, and it's going to sound silly, but planning a wedding and stuff means a lot to a woman and a lot to Zane, and to a lot to her. To have that dream wedding, to have the dream things, to be able to have it at the venue itself. I was involved in a lot of it, but I stood back a lot. So I said to her, I would like this. If there's any help you'd like, anything we're doing in the wedding, any new decor, any new flowers, listen to this. Decor, flowers, DJs, mats, cutlery, crockery, plating, everything. If there's something new, come show me. I'd love to see it. If it's a surprise that you want to keep for me, do it, but not too many surprises, because I don't want to be too surprised, because let's see if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But she took the reins. She planned an amazing wedding. I was involved every step of the way. I knew exactly what was going on. I thought I knew exactly what was going on. So there were certain things that happened in the chapel and the reception, but I was very, very involved, and I would tell any guy that gets married or that's proposing to his wife, I think, be involved in your wedding. It's the most memorable day that starts your love together.
Yeah.
Today, what is one thing you learned about Luke that you didn't know about him before the lockdown?
Honestly, I can say with like an open heart and a hand on the Bible, I knew everything about him. There is nothing that I found out during lockdown that I did not know about, to be very honest with you.
Mr. and Mrs. Kutsen, have a wonderful day. We'll chat soon, yeah?
Thank you so much, David. Stay safe.
You too.
Yes,
Thank
be
you.
safe.
Well, bye-bye.
Thanks,
Okay.
What was the thing that drew you to, okay, how did you guys, let's start here. How did you guys meet?
Okay, so it was quite a coincidence, because I studied at Tuks. I did my degree there, and he was in Porch. He did his degree there, and then we both decided to do our honors year at UJ. So we were in the same class, but Oki, he ignored me the whole year. Like, I saw him in class and we always seemed to make eye contact and so forth, but he never said anything. And what drew me was definitely his smile. He has the cutest dimples. So that's something that definitely that stood out for me. And in about August, it was in 2015. So in about August, he sent me a Facebook friend request. So I thought, okay, this is going somewhere. He might start talking to me or something like that. But nothing happened. He was still quiet, just maybe liking a few photos and so forth. Then we had our year-end function at the end of the year, and there he actually spoke to me the first time. He introduced himself, and then we started chatting, and yeah, from there the rest is history.
Yeah. So what is the first thing you said? How did he like sort of swagger across? How did he introduce himself to you?
So I was actually on my way to the bathroom, and I saw he was standing at the bar. So I was like, okay, I need to walk past this guy. If he says something now, then we might start talking. If he doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be. So when I walked past him, he actually stopped me, introduced himself, and yeah, he was just talking about my hair the whole time. He was like how beautiful my hair looked in class, because he was always sitting behind me. So he had a lot to say about my hair. And yeah, I don't know, the conversation just flowed from there.
Okay, the first time you saw Rizal, what was going through? Was it immediate attraction? Was it love at first sight? Were you playing hard to get?
I won't say it was. I played hard to get. Firstly, I came to UJ to actually finish what I started at Poch. I couldn't finish it there. I think there was too much of partying involved and friends and all of that. So I didn't come to UJ to get a girlfriend or wife or, well, I couldn't imagine that. So that's why I actually didn't wanted to get involved during the year in any sort of relationship, because I knew if I didn't finish this year, my father is going to cut me off. So I had to get my priorities straight. But yeah, when I first saw Mizelle, I knew there's obviously something. I could feel it in the air, like they would say. And like she also mentioned earlier, hair was the thing that attracted me the most. So I would see every day she would have like a ponytail, or it will be like this, a bit of curls or whatever. And obviously that was the first thing, and I could see she's taking care of herself. And I think that was for me a big positive thing, to know she's actually looking after herself and she cares about herself.
And was there anything funny around the wedding day? Mizelle, was it the perfect day? Was it everything you planned, or did things happen like you wanted it to happen? Were there some strange occurrences at all?
No, so it really, really was the perfect day. I know everybody always says that about their day, but yeah, so we got married outside. So we were very worried about the rain, because about 2 weeks before the wedding, it was raining a lot, especially at our venue.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't want the guests to walk in the mud and all of that. And I mean, we just kept the faith and believed that it'll turn out the way it should. And on that day, I mean, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. It was really the perfect autumn day. If something went wrong, I did not know about it. I was so calm. My bridesmaids and we started drinking champagne around 10, 11, and we were so calm. So everything was just perfect. I really can't say that anything went wrong on the day.
Tell me, who is the first one to say, "I'm sorry"?
I think it's myself.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, I think, yeah, definitely. But Mizelle will say sorry, but it will take a bit of time. You know, she must first think about it and process everything, and then she's not bad.
Is there anything you guys want to say to the judges, everybody out there?
We just want to thank everybody for the opportunity, and we feel really blessed to be here. This is something I have dreamt about my whole life, entering a competition like this, and especially Bride of the Year. I mean, it is the biggest Bride of the Year competition that South Africa has. So yeah, we feel really blessed to be here, and we're very grateful. And we're sad that we're not getting to meet everybody in person, but yeah, I think Kat and them did a really good job to do this virtually. So
yeah, and until next time, all the best of the competition.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you
Cheers.
very much.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. So how did you guys meet?
You gonna take us away?
Yeah, we worked at the same company together, and then he badgered me, and we became friends. And none of us, not him or me, were looking for a relationship or anything like that. And we just became very good friends, and it just went on from there. We got inseparable, and now we're here.
Yeah. So,
It all started, we took her to Sodwana. I went to go pick up my brother for a dive. And then she came with me. It was a quick road trip there. We had a dive in the morning. We were floating and snorkeling in the ocean. And then the next thing, the skipper of the boat called us, and we were like, huh? Then we quickly raced over to the boat. And then as we got back onto the boat, a whale was actually underneath us.
Wow.
And we were busy.
That was our first kiss.
Was that your first kiss?
Believe it or not. So yeah, that was shortly after we started becoming friends and that. And I think, after we spent 2 days in Sodwana, and we came back, and from there it just worked. We knew it. We were love partners, and it worked.
Erda, are there qualities that you wanted in a man that you would marry? Did you envision something that there's something that must stand out about the man, your dream man?
I need a man that is strong and that can take the lead and that can guide me, and that's what I would look for in a man, and everything in saying that is what Russell is. He's my best friend, he's my partner in crime, he is my lover, he is everything.
How did he propose, Erda?
He laid out rose petals on the floor everywhere, candles, roses, champagne, stuff on the bed, like in the movies. And then he said to me, we were sitting outside and it was like sunset. So it's starting to get dark now, and I wanted to keep sitting outside. And he's like, can you go and get that for me in the bedroom? And I was like, no. And he tried like everything to get me to go into the house. And I think I took like an hour before I finally went to the bedroom. And then when I went into the house, I saw these petals. I was like, what's this? And then I opened the door and everything was there, the ring and everything. And he wrote on papers, will you marry me? On the floor.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect it at all, like such a big surprise. And then I couldn't speak. I turned around and he was standing there smiling, handsome. And I was just like, yeah.
That was awesome. You guys are spectacular. I can tell you, I can see the love. That just showed me, without you having to say it, there is great love between the two of you.
Thanks.
I was going to tell you, if we don't win, we'll just get married every year until you let us.
I got no say. I get to do the fun part of playing the games with you guys, meeting you and just chatting with no pressure whatsoever. I get to meet lovely people.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, David.
It's my pleasure. And until we chat again.
Thanks very much,
Thanks,
David.
Okay, see you guys. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Lovely meeting you. Bye-bye. Who said I love you first? And can you remember the moment?
Yeah.
It's hard because he whispered it to me a few times before I actually said, I think I love you. But
yeah, we were in Ports at a flat in Ports when she was studying, and we were on the couch and we watched the movie, and that's when I said it.
That's good. At least it's not one of the times when she drove to you. At least it's one when you drove to her.
Yeah.
it wasn't a lot of times, but there there was a few times
Yeah.
that he came to me.
Okay. The next question I would like to ask you guys is, Tian, how much input were you allowed to have with the wedding?
Well, actually quite a lot. I was quite busy at the moment with exams and stuff like that. So I gave her, well, I trusted her. I like her, and I know she's gonna make good decisions. But yeah, every time she thought of something or got an idea, she came by me and said, Tian, so what do you think about this? Is it gonna help? So I was quite involved, but the final decision was still hers to make.
And you, Anya, when did you know he was the one?
Well, I had a feeling immediately because he's my first boyfriend. I never had a boyfriend because I always, before it got, I maybe liked someone, but before it got serious, I was like, no, it's not going to work. I can't see anything, a future for us. So when we met in 2014 at the end of that year, and he told me he's going to come and visit me in Cape Town because my parents live in Cape Town and I went home for the holiday. And I'm like, okay, you can come home. And after that holiday, when he left, I talked to my parents and I'm like, okay, so what do you think of this guy? Because I really like him. I think he's the man. I want to marry him. My dad was like, yeah, but just wait, you're making decisions too fast. And my mom's like, no, he's very nice. She can see it. And yeah, so I think I knew really early in the relationship, I'm going to marry him.
No. And how did he propose? How did he propose?
Yeah. We were in Robertson, and it was a Friday morning. Everything was normal to me. I went, I think,
Do your hair and
I went to do my hair
and nails.
Yeah, and I got home and Tian said, okay, but we're gonna go and do some wine tasting, and I'm like, okay, and we're going, and I've got this new dress I'm gonna wear, all summery, and yeah. So then we got to the wine farm, Rick Valley. It's just outside of Robertson, and but there's like nobody at the farm. And Tian takes me, he's like, we're gonna walk this way, and I'm like, okay, and we're walking, and I'm like, oh, that's a really nice farm. And we get into the like reception area, and the lady, she asked you something. She asked,
Yeah, are you here for wine tasting?
Yeah.
And we said yes, we are.
Yeah, so yeah, she gave us champagne and told us, but there's going to be a function.
Yeah, so we must just go wait outside. There's a like small reception area outside. But in the meantime, the whole week, me and the mother, we talked to the wine farm, the owners, and we said, okay, this is what we want to do and everything. And so they were in on it as well. But Anya didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know. So there's like a gondola type of thing, and they took us there. And when we got there, I'm just gonna get my book here. Tian actually made me a book that says The Reasons I Love You. So, and it's like just a lot of small stuff that is dedicated to me, but like you can see that it's just like an animated book he made me. And then at the end of the book it says, will you marry me? There you go. Like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, but when I saw the book, I realized, because the book was lying on the table, then I realized something was happening. And Tian, I was like, what's this? And he said, no, I don't know.
Is there anything you guys would like to say to the judges, to SA Weddings?
Yeah, well, we just want to say thank you for this opportunity. it's an honor to have come this far, to be one of the 12 couples. Yeah, I feel we are just very grateful for the opportunity and very blessed. And yeah, we're excited for the next step. Yeah,
we can't wait to
yeah,
see how it pans out.
yeah, how the whole competition ends out, and yeah, it's going to be interesting.
So can you just say that again? Who said I love you first, and can you remember when you did it?
It was me. I said I love you first, but I'm the romantic one. Or let's put it this way. At first, I went to visit him.
Yeah.
He played me a song, and then it says, what's that song that you played me? It's something that you say that obviously it says I love you in the song. So he played it, and then I said it first, and then we danced a little bit.
I said it in the song.
Yeah,
you
said it in the song.
But she was brave.
And I said it verbally first.
Yeah, she was brave. So how did you guys meet?
I was working as a nurse at Jacaranda Hospital in Pretoria, and I was nursing his mom. He brought his mom for surgery that day, and I saw him at first.
And I saw her, yeah.
It was love at first sight, obviously.
Oh.
So, yeah, he introduced himself, and I was working with his mom. He left and later came back to come and fetch his mom. And then he said, listen, but if I knew nurses was like this beautiful, it would have been me that was sick. So I said, okay, shame. And then we exchanged numbers. And then the next day I decided to just send him an SMS, and then we started talking.
Okay. So you were you seem to have been the one that was like the go-getter.
I'm the one taking the lead, yes.
You're taking the lead. I like that. I like that. David, you want to say something?
Yeah, no, it was actually nice that you did take the lead, because I was sort of, I don't think she would be interested in me, you know, and it was like, oh, okay, she wants my number, or she talks to me, and yeah, so I was quite surprised.
Manette,
You
how did he propose?
Well, that's a funny story.
Another funny story.
Because I still actually pull his leg about this particular evening. We went to France together, Paris.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he had to hide that ring, because we went through, if you want to go onto the Eiffel Tower, you have to go through scanners and everything. So long story short, we went up to the Eiffel Tower, and I was thinking, maybe he's going to propose, I'm not sure. And I was thinking, okay, but it's not going to happen. And it was so cold that night. I think they thought I was some other immigrant, because when we went through that scanners, they had me remove everything, like everything. I had to take off most of my clothes, and it was so cold. But then eventually we got up to the Eiffel Tower. We went to the restaurant, and we
bookings.
No, normally they're like 3 months in advance. They booked up. So then the lady said, no, if you wait here, it's fine. We'll get you a place.
Yeah.
And then we got a place at the restaurant.
Yeah.
So finally we went in, we sat down, and we talked a little bit, and we ordered our food. And the next moment there was a photographer walking around and trying to take pictures of everybody. And he waited up to that moment when the photographer walked in, and he came up to us, and then he pulled out the ring. He didn't even go on his knee. He didn't have a story or nothing. He was so nervous and just said, "Are you in my throat?" And then I said yes, and I kissed him, and yeah.
David, what do you love most about Manette?
What I love about Manette, she's got a very good sense of humor, very, very sharp sense of humor. But she's also very kind. She's always trying to help everybody, and that sometimes it gets her into trouble sometimes. But yeah, she always wants to help. She's always planning things. If there's a special occasion, she'll do all the planning, and she goes out of her way. And sometimes she goes over the top to plan all these things. And it's always, you know, I don't even think about it. And then suddenly on the day, she's got this whole thing planned for us. And yeah, she's very generous in what she does, and she always gives more than what she gets back. And I think that's maybe that's maybe the best thing I like about her. Is that she's always so giving.
Guys, thank you so much for this interview. I might have to call you again at some point, but that will be, now the judges will get the video and they will sort of have the assessment. Who said I love you first, and can you remember the moment?
I'm guilty. Yeah, it was. I did. It was actually in the kitchen after she made me lunch.
Yeah.
So I think that was a good moment.
It was a good lunch.
But it
was a good lunch.
Yeah. And it took him a while to say I love you.
Yeah, I'm one of those scared types that scared to kind of say that big commitment thing. Because you're always thinking, what can go wrong? And if you said you can't take it back, whatever. I just thought I'd just take that leap.
When, David, did you know she was the one?
Well,
sorry, I said my own name, sorry.
No, it's okay. No. A lot of people actually ask me that question, and I actually asked myself that question. And I just thought, and I spoke to my dad as well, and I asked him, well, actually long ago, I asked him, listen, Dad, how do you know when someone's actually the one? And he said something profound, and I think that talks to... First, let me start with there. I think there's very little people who know of firsthand, like definitely like clear-cut, nothing. But then he said something profound to me. So I said, listen, son, you'll never know 100%, but you'll definitely know more, or you'll be more certain than you are uncertain. And I definitely felt that with her after, being in a relationship with her, spending a lot of time, obviously. And then I kind of know, listen, this girl's got all these, she basically ticks all the boxes. We think alike. We've got, she has a goal that she works towards, and our foundations are the same. And then I don't think you'll ever be 100% certain, but I was definitely more sure than I was unsure. And I just thought, listen, along with making the commitment, you can't go wrong.
What did you say is, before you met Carl, what did you say is the top quality a husband or a man must have to become your husband?
So I think that, well, there's like a saying, you say a girl marry a man like a father. And my father has really unconditional love for me. And he always told me, there must be one person that loves you more than I love you, and that must be your husband. And my father is also very supportive, and so with Carl, he's also like that. I had a list, and he ticked the boxes, and the biggest one was love and respecting me, and also letting me be myself as well, and growing in what I'm interested in, and then also let us grow together and what we love and what we want to do. And we always said we wanted to be this power couple, and we strive literally to do that. So Carl was caring, he was so supportive, and he loves me unconditionally.
Guys, is there anything else you'd like to say to the judges, to SA Weddings? Just a last message from you guys.
Well, I just want to thank everyone for all the effort that they've put in, and especially you as well, setting up everything. And really, because of the lockdown is so strange, and introducing a lot of things to us, and SA Weddings, we were quite sad about the event not happening, but this is just as great. So just thank you for the SA Weddings and all the effort that goes behind it, and then everyone that voted for us.
Yeah.
Woo.
Who said I love you first, and when was it?
I said I love you first. We just come from a date, and we were in the car, and I said I love you first. So that was, that was quite a while ago. Yeah.
Okay, good. Is there anything funny that happened on your wedding day? Something that wasn't planned, something peculiar?
So much happened. So much went wrong, but I wouldn't change it for the world?
There was one thing I would change. So unfortunately, I with my suits, I kind of chose the wrong tailor, which can happen, you know. And so, you know, as guys, we sort of, I gave the suits out to the groomsmen and everything was going great. And then I have a twin brother and he put on a suit and the tailor forgot to put the zip on. So Alicia's aunt was there trying to put the zip on while my brother's in an uncompromising position.
So if I can add, I was ready to go and my photographer was standing there going, can you just calm down? Like, the guys aren't ready yet. His best man ran to our suite when we were getting ready and said, you know, just, have you guys got a phone with you? Okay, cool. We'll give you a call when we're ready. So we were standing and waiting for about 10, 15 minutes, waiting for them to be on time.
Role reversal, yeah. They were waiting for us.
Oh, nice. That was good. That's good. It's good because we never know what happens behind the scenes. All we get to see when we attend a wedding is the bride walking down the aisle and the groom panting heavily. Is this the right choice? No, just kidding. Okay, the next question. Greg, when did you know she was the one?
So what happened? Obviously, we went on a trip to Europe. I went with my brother and his almost soon-to-be girlfriend, and then it's one of those sort of South African bus group tour things, yeah. And then I sort of was starting to fall for Alicia, and she said, her and her family said, hey, let's go on a Sound of Music tour. Now, I'm not a Sound of Music tour guy, but you know that you're smitten when you go on a Sound of Music bus tour. For 4 hours. But you know, in the bus, Alicia started singing every song, and I thought it was just so hilarious, but also she can sing. So, but anyway, I just fell for her immediately after that, and I sort of followed her around everywhere on that holiday. Yeah.
Alicia, what do you love most about Greg?
I love everything about him, but I think the thing that stands out for me the most is a sense of humor. I can have the worst day ever or be in the absolute worst mood, and all I need is for him to crack some stupid dad joke and he brightens up my day. So I love the fact that he can take any situation and see a good or positive or funny side to it. It's really refreshing and it helps to get through those tough times. So I'm really grateful for that, and I really love that about him.
Is there anything else you guys would like to say to the judges, to the people that will watch this video?
Yes, I'd just like to say thank you so much. My mum surprised me by entering me into this journey, and I'm just so grateful for it. I'm so grateful for all the support we've had along the way. The SA Weddings team, you as our MC, the judges that we've met so far have been so incredible. The energy has just been so amazing. It is the biggest positive, just amazing gift that we've been blessed with, especially during lockdown. We're so honored to be part of your first virtual Bride of the Year competition. And just really grateful to get the opportunity to wear this wedding dress again, to feel pretty, to feel like a princess, and to relive the most magical day of my life. So
you guys are so beautiful and so awesome, and thank you very much for taking time.
Bye.
Thanks, Sanchez.
Bye-bye.
What do you love about Roberto?
No, what I love about her is that she's so understanding, caring, loving, and she can cook nice food. Ne? I like the food that she cooks for me. When I come home and reach home, I know they're going to eat nice food. And we talk, we share everything almost. We don't hide anything. We talk now and then I know that if I didn't say anything, that hey, you're gonna put me something. You see those things. No, can't hide anything from her. She's just a loving woman. She takes care of me. She looked after me. Everything is done perfectly. That's what I love about her. She's so caring.
Okay. Next question. Who is the first one to say I'm sorry?
It's me. It's me. I have to say I'm sorry every day. You know, you have to say I'm sorry, can't. You know, they've got that ball, so we have to say sorry always.
Is there anything else you guys would like to say to the judges?
Yes, we'd like to thank you for giving us this opportunity. And we'd like to thank also to meet you was nice. And we also like the wedding estate to give us the opportunity. Thank you very much, Bianca, for knowing you, for meeting you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Wow.
Hi David.
Hello, Paula. Hello, Stuart. Can I just say how exceptionally beautiful you guys are and what an amazing couple you are.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, look at that dress. Look at that. And the setting is perfect. It is perfect. I'm
This is
sure.
my backyard, actually.
Yeah.
There's nice weather in East London today, luckily.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. How long did it take you guys to set all of that up?
We started basically this morning. So we had a few deliveries.
Yeah.
And then it took a few hours just to set it up. So
Yeah.
we thought we'd.
It's worth it though. I mean, this is once in a lifetime, you know what I mean?
Exactly. No, you guys are exceptionally beautiful. Thank you so much for all of that. So let me start with a question here. Okay, first question for you, lovely couple, is who said I love you first, and can you remember the moment it happened?
I think I can. Maybe I should answer this one. Paula and I were together for about 11 years before we tied the knot. And she was sort of coming over a lot to my flat. And I remember saying to her quite early on in our relationship, look, I would never say to you, I love you unless I really mean it. And I think for maybe the first year or even longer, she was sort of fishing for me to say to her that I love you. But I think she knew that, you know, I would stick to my guns and only say it if I really meant it. And I think it was probably about a year and a half into our relationship when I finally said it to her when we were at our flat.
And then obviously it means so much because I knew that you really, truly did mean it. You know, people say I love you, you know, so easily these days. And yeah, I really, really appreciated it. And I cried.
Yeah, you know, and it was quite a long road after that. I mean, it was only about 10 years after that when we actually got married, but we were sort of, I think, inseparable for the last 11 years. So I think it was sort of something that would happen inevitably. We were just sort of waiting for the right moment.
And Paula, how did you know Stuart?
David, I just always knew he was just so different. And if he said something, he meant it. He always keep his word. And the way he laughs is just so authentic. And I love that. And he was just so real. And he treats me like gold. And yeah, I just always knew that he's special.
Okay, the next question I'd like to ask you guys is what have you learned that you didn't know before lockdown?
I think what we learned about each other is we can actually survive together on a deserted island.
Yeah.
David, I can tell you now that if we made it this far, you know, and at one point we were working together all the time, you know, so if we can get through that and we can get through 11 years, 7 weeks of being together is like, it's like a little honeymoon for us.
You want to say something?
Yes, no, thank you so much. I mean, we're grateful to have made it this far. And, you know, thank you guys for indulging us and for letting us get this far. So we're grateful, very grateful to you as well.
Yeah. No, and you like to say anything, Paula?
I would just like to say that this is so amazing. I know that this is a one-off. This is the first time that we're doing things virtually, so I'm so privileged to be able to be part of something so special and unusual. And I would like to say thank you to you for taking your time and interviewing us, and to SA Weddings, and just thank you for everything.
My first question to you guys is, who said "I love you" first, and can you remember the moment?
I think that was me. Yeah?
It was you.
Yeah, that was me. Trying to remember when exactly it was. We were lying in bed.
It was very early into the relationship, and we were lying in bed, and then he popped the L word, the L bomb. I was quite taken aback, so I can't actually remember too much about it, but I remember you said it first, and I think I might have said it back.
Yeah, I think you held off like one more day.
Can you guys remember the first time you met, and how did you meet?
We met through a mutual friend of ours, one of my best friends. He introduced us after we'd both gone through separate breakups, and just so happened that we met through him, and after that Chantal was playing a bit hard to get, but yeah, it worked out quite nicely.
Say that again, Chantal.
Treat him mean to keep him keen. His work.
So what would you do? What was your approach? What were you doing, and what was she doing that you felt she was playing hard to get?
Well, yeah, it was a bit of a stranger. We met at a little tavern for the specific friend's birthday. And we were talking. She hadn't arrived yet, and we were talking about this breakup that I'd just gone through, which wasn't too hectic, but just part of the normal process. And then he was like, "Oh, this other girl's coming. She's also gone through a breakup." And he must have known her for many years, but we just never met. So yeah, it all just kind of lined up. Right timing, I guess. If we'd met earlier on when we were both still partying in the Cape Town scene at Tiger, it probably wouldn't have worked out as well.
What is the one quality that you wanted a man to have that you would marry? As a young girl, you said, if I marry a man, he must have this quality. What is it that must be high on the top thing on your list?
I think I would say loyalty, because, as they say, you always pick a man that's similar to your dad. And growing up, that was one thing that I always had in my father. No matter what you needed, no matter what kind of pickle you got yourself into, and whatever he promised, he would always deliver. And that was something that I didn't realize that in my 20s that was an important quality. But when I met Greg, it just shone through so brightly, and it's, for me, something that it's just so important that I can have it in a partner. No matter what I'm going through, I know he's got my back. I know he's there for me, and obviously vice versa.
Is there anything you guys would like to say to the judges?
I think, we feel a bit like we missed out on being able to obviously meet them. It would have been really nice. It's obviously, you get more of a better feel face to face or in person. So unfortunately it is what it is. It's lockdown, but yeah, we just wanted to say it's obviously a tough job. There's a lot of really stunning brides and grooms. And yeah, we hope they're enjoying this whole process.
Before we announce our top 3, we'd like to mention our sponsors and the great prizes our winners will be receiving. The SA Weddings Bride of the Year 2019 winner will receive a 7-night stay for 2 at the Adaran Select Midhapuru, Maldives. A premium, all-inclusive stay in a deluxe beach villa. It includes the return seaplane transfers to the island. This prize is courtesy of Gilt Edge Ocean Islands and the Adaran Select Midhapuru, Maldives. Its value is a staggering 150,000 Rand. SA Weddings has also provided a cash purse of 35,000 Rand for the top 3 winners. The first runner-up will receive a 2-night stay in the Marine Hotel in Hermanus in a premier suite, and this prize includes a spa treatment. The value of this prize is 28,000 Rand. The second runner-up receives a 2-night stay in the Fairway Hotel and Spa, including a spa treatment valued at 7,000 Rand. The winner will receive a fully stocked Moby bar from African Infused to the value of 7,500 Rand. Piper Heidsieck has been one of the main event partners for Bride of the Year for the past 2 years. They are going to be spoiling the top 12 with their Piper champagne and whiskey. Dr. Hauschke will be sponsoring our top 3 with premium organic natural skincare and makeup products to the value of 22,000 Rand. Chandre and Co. are sponsoring 12 handbags for our top 12 to the value of 9,000 Rand. Our top 12 will be receiving luxury sleepwear from One Boutique and the Sleep Collective. Our lucky judges and top 12 will each receive a bottle of Infrarosh gin. Linker will be sponsoring our top 3 and 4 judges with their vegan skincare range endorsed by Beauty Without Cruelty. Thank you to all our sponsors for sponsoring our gift hampers for our top 12 and our judges. Such amazing gifts coming your way. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally arrived. The moment you have been waiting for. Here are your top 3. Our second runner-up, Mrs. July, Manette Olivier. First runner-up, Mrs. November, Paula Clark. And your winner of Bride of the Year Virtual Competition 2019 is Mrs. December, Chantal Magid. So, did you guess the winner? It has been wonderful being your host, and please follow SA Weddings on Instagram and Facebook to find out more about the next SA Weddings Bride of the Year competition. From me, your host, David Johnson, and the SA Weddings team, thank you for joining us, and goodbye.